Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to install this LR Bags active I-beam pickup. Start out by taking a look at the pickup itself. This is the I-beam, called an I-beam because if you look at the end it looks kind of like an eye, I guess, sort of. On top of this there's a adhesive strip. Ultimately this goes underneath and right up underneath the saddle. It's going to sit more or less parallel to the saddle slot under the bridge, on the bridge plate. This is a little different than some. Some pickups actually have a thin piezo strip that fits inside underneath the saddle. This is actually inside the guitar underneath the bridge plate. So that's the pickup, the pressure transducer. This is the preamp. This is actually going to get screwed into the back of the guitar so that all that sticks out is just that brass. It's actually a jack. You can plug into that, and you can also use it as a strap button. So if you have a strap button on the end, just pull that right out. The whole thing's powered by a 9-volt battery that sits in here. This also comes with the kit. It's got a removable adhesive back strip. You can put that inside the guitar up underneath, probably best on the back of the guitar and out of sight so you can't see it, but easily reach it so you can change the battery. This is cool. This is another adhesive backed piece. This fits underneath, right underneath the sound hole, and all that protrudes is just that little wheel. You can see the wheel there. And that allows you to control the volume by just a little touch of your finger. So that's it. Not much to it. That's the preamp and jack, all the wiring, and you can see the transducer, the battery lead, and the volume control. All those wires get velcroed to the inside of the guitar so they're not flopping around. This screws nicely into the end block of the guitar, and that attaches to the plate underneath the bridge. They also include a handy little jig. I've put this together. You'll see in a second that allows you, if you put that in the holes like this, which you'll see in the installation, put a little adhesive dot here and here, it lets you visually angle it so that it's right on top of your saddle slot. Once you have it there temporarily affixed with the adhesive strip to the top, you pull this out, put it in the guitar, put the slots up, and then when you pull up, the adhesive on the bottom of the transducer connects to the bottom of the guitar, or the bottom of the top of the guitar, and then you can just pull off this fixture with those little light adhesive dots on the back. The whole fixture comes out, but what's left in place is this guy, and that'll be sitting right up underneath your bridge plate. So a couple other things you're going to need. You probably don't have a 1/2-inch hole. This particular pickup needs a 1/2-inch hole here. Right now I've got a pilot hole drilled. You need to expand that to 1/2 inch, and the best way to do that is with one of these step drills. The maximum diameter on that step drill is a 1/2 inch. So you just drill that all the way through and bring it out, and that'll leave you with a 1/2 inch hole. This is better than using a 1/2 inch bit, because a 1/2 inch bit in that small pilot hole will likely tear the finish. So what you want to do is you want to put a little piece of masking tape, a little bit of masking tape here over the hole, and then drill it out. If you want to use a 1/2 inch hole, a 1/2 inch drill bit, you probably want to start it going backwards in your pilot hole, just so you don't catch and rip that finish until you're deep enough, and and then start it going the other way. But if you can, get one of these. You can get these at any hardware store for, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks. I think I got this for $15 the other day at Home Depot. Again, it's a 1/2 inch step bit, or unibit, UNIBIT. The other tool that's kind of handy, don't have to have it, kind of nifty, and that's this mirror you can buy at any auto parts store. It's kind of nice because you can go in here and inspect the underside of the guitar. Let's see. And right now, move that light out of the way. You can see that. Okay, so there's the X bracing. You can see the X, and if you move down, you're actually looking at the underside of the top. You can see there's a rosewood bridge plate meant to strengthen the area that the bridge is glued to. That's what you're going to be gluing up to. And if you look on the back of that, you can see the holes. Those holes are drilled through the bridge and through the rosewood bridge plate. And this pickup is going to be right in front of those holes. You don't want to interfere with the holes. You've got to be careful. And you want to make sure you've got enough room in your guitar between the X braces, roughly 3 inches to fit. If your guitar has less of an open X pattern, you won't be able to fit this in. So check that before you start anything. If it's not big enough, then consider using one of the piezo pickups in your saddle slot, because this one's not going to work for you. So again, you don't have to have this, but kind of handy. You can reach in there and feel and put a ruler and check otherwise, but you can buy one of these little telescoping jobbies for a few bucks at any auto parts store. You don't have to have a telescoping one. You can take a compact, any kind of a mirror you've got. Stick it right in the bottom of the guitar there and do the same thing. Okay, so that's it. Next we're going to go ahead and set up and drill the hole in the bottom of the guitar. Okay, a lot of your guitars will probably have some kind of an end pin. If it's a Weeping Z guitar, this is a wedge fit. You can see that's just a kind of a wedged end, and that just goes right into the guitar. You're not going to need that again, so just take a pair of pliers. Something else you'll need, which I forgot to mention at the beginning. Just kind of grab that, being careful not to damage the finish of the guitar, and just pull it right out. Don't be afraid to grab it. Twist it, yank it if you have to, but that needs to come out. You don't need it. You can throw it out when you're done. If you get it out in one piece, give it to your favorite luthier so you can reuse it. Otherwise, just throw it in the garbage. Okay, so I've got the tape over the hole. Don't go crazy with the tape, and you might want to use a light touch tape. Take the sticky part and rub it on your shirt, or touch it to your shirt a couple of times to pick up some loose cloth dust and reduce the tack. You're not trying to stick the hell out of it, and you don't want to ruin the finish. You want it to come off easily. So put that over there, and you can see now I've got the unibit in the drill. Yes, you're going to need a drill. Hopefully you've got one, or you can rent one. This is a corded electric drill. And try to get one that's got, if you're doing it by yourself, certainly, you can see here there's a little level bubble. You can sight left and right yourself pretty easily on the guitar center line. What you'll have trouble doing is this. The bubble tells you when you're level, assuming the guitar is also level. Or have someone kind of look from the side with their eyes level with the drill to tell you up or down while you're going in the other direction. Always best to have someone to be with you if you're doing this so you don't screw up. So I'm going to reset the camera. I'm going to go ahead and drill this through. Okay, got the dot ready. So we're level, parallel to the center line. Check that often as I go. Okay, I've dropped it out of level. I'll fix that. Okay, you want to go all the way through to make sure it gets reamed to a 1/2 inch. And I did. You can just check that by taking that out a little bit, making sure that I didn't stop it short. And I did. So I'm going to go ahead and okay, now I'm sure I've gone all the way through the block. Drilling's done, that easy. Just carefully peel back the tape. Done. 1/2 inch hole.